come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword.
Right.
So YAHAWASHI, he's coming to send a sword to warn the 2/3 of our people
Come.
to get right.
Right.
But no, our people wanna not hear the word of the Lord, which is YAHAWASHI, and his begotten son. With his father Yahweh.
Sorry,
Verse 35. For I come to send a man against his father, and his daughter against her mother, and her daughter in law against her mother in the law. So it's gonna be a time where you know the laws of the Most High, and your parents or your sister, whoever, they gonna try to come against the law.
That's right.
They're gonna be rebellious against the Most High. They're not being rebellious against you. They're being rebellious against you. Because it was our duty to keep His laws, statutes, and commandments. That's how our people end up being in slavery in the first place.
That's right, man. That's right.
Yeah, man. So let me bring this out.
Come.
And we just go to the next precept in Luke. Luke 12 and 51. It says, suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth. I tell you nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. The father shall be divided against the son, and the son against the father, the mother against the daughter, and the daughter against the mother.
That's right.
The mother-in-law against the daughter-in-law, and the daughter-in-law against the mother-in-law. You know, so there's going to be division, man.
That's right, man.
You know, this word, people believe that this is supposed to gather everybody together. That's why they made a whole religion called Catholicism. The water, you know, Catholics, man. That's a one world religion, you know. That's supposed to bring everybody together and everybody be in one doctrine and one religion.
Literally, the word Catholic, it means universal.
Universal.
So they say it's something universal, but it's not universal, man.
This is not universal, man. Like the brother brought out, man. What you might get in Zechariah 13 and 8.
Come on, bring it up.
All right, so this is not a universal doctrine. All right, this is not a universal book. This is only for the Israelites in the first place, man.
All right.
You know.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass in that all the land, saith the Lord, two parts therein shall be cut off and die.
Right.
And the third shall be left therein.
Right, so So this is not supposed to be a thing for everybody, man. This is a straight gate, man. Like it says in Matthew 7 and 13, I believe. Let me get that real quick. Now I explain that real quick. All right, this is Matthew 13 and 8.
That's right, man.
13 and 7. It says, Salaki, let me get 14 and 7. 14 and 7. Salaki. Well, I'm just gonna go explain that precept real quick. All right, I believe it's 7 and 13.
You looking for the straight gate?
Huh?
Straight gate?
Yeah, the straight gate. If you got that, it might be 7:13. One of them, if I remember correctly. But the Lord isn't even bringing back all Israel, man. He says in Romans 9 that not all of Israel is even Israel. You know. So this is not a book to just bring everybody together. That's why you have a lot of division in the earth in the first place concerning the Bible, man.
Yep.
You know, people believe in Christianity that everybody can be saved, but that's not what the Lord said. You know.
Let me get that. I mean, this is Matthew 7:13. It says, "Enter you in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat." See?
Hey, and look at that. That's a clear explanation of why Christianity is so big. That place is a damn broad gate. People in Christianity talking about, I'm walking the straight gate while he's being a homosexual. Is that the straight gate, man? That's not the straight gate. See? All right? They believe that they can be transgenders, man. Christianity is everything but the straight gate. You know? So let's bring out some precepts. Let's go to Jeremiah. All right, Jeremiah chapter. Salakia. All right, Jeremiah chapter No, that's a good one. Jeremiah chapter 30 and 8, I believe.
You want me to get it?
I think it's Isaiah 30 and 8. You don't mind.
Okay. Book of Isaiah chapter 30, and I want to read 8. It says, "No, now go write it in a table before them in Slakia. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever.
Right.
That this is a rebellious people,
Right.
a lying children that will not hear the law of Yahweh."
Hey, and that's talking about the Israelites, man.
God.
The Israelites say that rebellious people. You can read about that. Even Moses said, "The day I knew you," in Deuteronomy 9 and 24.
God.
Let me bring that out real quick.
I'm going to read on. Verse 10. It says, "Which say to the seer, see not, to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceit."
Right, man. And that's not only the Israelites, mainly on a wide spectrum. Yeah, that's the so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American. He wants to stay ignorant.
Yep.
He don't want to know a damn thing about the book, man. You ask him, "What's your nationality, man?" He say black and keep walking. Right? He don't even look back. Bald head man walking. You know, these Israelites, man. You guys gotta come back. So-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You guys are Israelites. And you got to follow the laws of the Most High. You know, and that's for you heathens. You guys are gonna be destroyed, man. You know?
I got a
Go to
precept.
Ezekiel.
Isaiah 30 and 1. "Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, that take counsel, but not of me, and that cover with the covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin."
So these the Israelites, man, so-called Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, they cover with the covering, but not of the Lord. You know, not of that Holy Spirit, that they may add sin to sin. So if you're not covered with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, then you're obviously covered with something else, you know? Which is anything of this world, man. If you're in America, you're going to be an American. You're going to cover yourself with the weights of America. All right? That's why the Lord said in Zechariah 6 and 2, "Deliver thyself, O Zion." Let me just go to it. Zechariah 6 and 2. It says, or 2 and 6. It says, "Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, saith the Lord. For I have spread you abroad as the four winds of the heaven, saith the Lord. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon." So if you're dwelling with the daughter of Babylon, you take on the ways of Babylon, you're doing the things of Babylon, then you are a Babylonian, man. Which is a modern day term, is America. Babylon is just synonymous for America, man. So if you're doing the things of America, when the Lord comes back, he's gonna destroy you. All right? Let's go to, would you mind giving Revelation chapter, you got a preacher?
No.
Would you mind getting Revelation 18 and 4?
This is Revelation, chapter 18, verse 4.
Right.
"And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues."
Right, so the Lord said that, read that one more time.
All right. Revelation chapter 18, verse 4. "I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye not be partakers of her sins, that ye receive not of her plagues."
God. So the Lord told the so-called Black, Hispanics, Native Americans to deliver yourself from Babylon, man.
That's right.
And don't partake of her sin. Right? Because if you don't know yet, ICBM nuclear missiles are gonna hit America and obliterate this place. If you don't want to be a part of that hellfire, well, the Lord said you gotta come back, Black, Hispanic, and Native American.
Okay, this is read on down. Okay. Verse 5. "Her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh have remembered her iniquities."
Right, so this place, Babylon, America, the iniquity and sin of this place has reached unto heaven.
I want to get this in Jeremiah 9 and 6. "Thine habitation is in the midst of deceit. Through deceit they refuse to know me, saith Yahweh." See? So the Lord just literally said that we dwell in a habitation. It's just in the midst of deceit.
Right.
So everything you look around, you turn around, it's just wickedness. I mean, this is just darkness, man. The people, they put They go and they exalt the evil of the world, and then they'll put the light as if that's evil. So they'll look at this truth like it's evil, when we just speaking the truth. You just speaking like facts. You know, you're speaking the Bible, but then they'll go and they'll tell you that, you know, homosexuality or, you know, be who you want to be.
They basically tell what the world says.
Exactly. That's what we dwell in, man. In the midst of the sea. Yep.
That's Babylon right there.
Babylon, man.
Verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you,
Right.
and double unto her double according to her works, and the cup which she have filled to her double.
Come. That's what's going to happen to this place, man. Right? That's what's going to happen to the inhabitants of Babylon. Right? Chiefly the Edomite,
God.
who's the so-called white man. He got to get double of what he did to the slaves here, man. To the servants who were here in Babylon, man. They're going to get double. So the so-called black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, what y'all went through, the so-called white man got to go.
I got a
Times
precept.
two, though. You know? Right? You guys got to go through slavery, man.
That's right, man.
And double what we went through, man.
Yeah, that's right, man.
It says, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity.
You going to slavery, Esau?
Bob, on the left-hand side,
Esau, man.
Bob, you shrug your shoulders, but you ain't going to be doing that when you in someone's backyard, man.
Yeah.
All right, Bob don't know what's going on. All right?
Billy don't know what's going on.
Right, none of them.
I got a precept. Isaiah 47:6. I was wroth with my people, and I polluted mine inheritance, and gave them into thine hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the ancient thou very heavily laid the yoke.
Right.
And thou hast said, I shall be a lady forever, so that thou didst not lay these things to thy heart, neither didst thou remember the latter end of it. Therefore hear now this, thou that art given to pleasures, that dwellest carelessly, that saith in thine heart, I am, and none else besides me. I shall not sit a widow, neither shall I know the loss of children. But these two things shall come to thee in a one moment, in one day, a loss of children and widowhood, and they shall come upon thee in their perfection, and for the multitude of thy sorceries, and thy great abundance of thine enchantments. You got it.
That was a good precept, man. Going back to the beginning of that, hey, these Edomites, they had no pity on you.
God.
You know, not on the young or the old, man. You know, when the so-called white man had the so-called blacks in slavery, they did not have pity on y'all, man.
God.
Neither did the Spaniard man have pity on the Hispanics, you know. So what's gonna happen is they're gonna have to get times two, man. They're gonna have to pay for what they did. The Lord, He's a God that recompense, you know. He's a God of justice. So whatever you did, you're gonna have to get that thing back, you know. It tells you in Job what you're finna get. Can you get? You got a picture? Either way, what you got?
So we speaking about the times, right?
Cause
I'm gonna give me John chapter 16, verse 33.
God.
And it says, these things have I spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation. But of good cheer I have overcame the world. So YAHAWASHI has overcame the world. Okay? He went to these afflictions. He went through the hell that the world brought him. See what I'm saying? So, you know, we gotta go through the same trial. Through the same trial. The tribulation.
God.
right, that's true, man. He said how let me just go to that. You go to John 16. Read that. Slocky. John 16 and This is John 15 and 18. If the world hate you, ye know that it hated me before it hated you. If ye were of the world would love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you.
I got a precept for that.
Done.
This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 15. It says, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, the lust of eyes, the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. The world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Yahweh abideth forever. So if you do the will, you do the work, and you spend some time like studying, praying up, fasting, you're doing the work.
Right? Hey man, that's true. That's the work right there.
Yeah, I got y'all precept. This is 2 Ezra 7 and 57. Then answered he and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight, that if he be overcome, he shall suffer, thou hast said. But if he get the victory, he shall receive the thing that I say. For the thing, this is the life where Moses spake unto the people which live, saying, choose thee life, that thou mayest live. Nevertheless, they believe not him, nor yet the prophets after him, no, nor me, which have spoken unto them. See? So that's the thing. The condition of the battle is, you're going to have tribulation, and also too that, Moses set before us life and death, which was the laws, man. He gave us the laws of the Most High, and he says that if you don't keep the laws, you would pretty much perish. And who was telling you this? The prophets, the law, everything told you this, but the people still, they didn't take heed. So, a lot of our people are gonna have to be put to death for that.
I got one. This is Isaiah chapter 56, verse 3.
Go on, bring it up.
What time am I afraid? I trust in thee. And Yahweh, I will praise his word. And God, I have put my trust. I will not fear that the flesh can do unto me. So we're going to fear in these last days. Of course, we're going to have some type of fear. Of course. But as long as we keeping his laws and his statutes and his commandments, and we trusting in him, ain't no reason to be afraid. Because the scriptures is our comfort.
That's right, man.
I can find this precept. Matthew 10 and 28. Talika boys was talking about. It says, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell. Right. So in the flesh, man, yeah, you're gonna have some fears, man, but he said, don't fear him that can kill the body, man. And that's what's coming up, to be honest. These people walking around in America, they have no idea that all hell's finna break loose, man. Esau is finna turn into a madman. He's gonna start killing you, man. Taking you out your house 4 o'clock in the morning, man. He's gonna start putting a lot of y'all to death.
Yep.
So the Lord said to his servants, look, don't fear that man that can kill the body, right? But fear him that can kill both the body and the soul, man. So whenever you get down, if Esau hands you something like the mark of the beast, man, look, you got to deny it, man. All right, that's why there's going to be people being beheaded, right? Why do you think they're moving guillotines in America? Because there's prophecy, man. They're going to behead you. What is a guillotine for? It's a structure that chops off your head. Put it simply, man. So when that day comes, you gotta be able to stand up for the Most High, man.
Got one. Proverbs chapter 26, verse 25. It says, the fear of man bringeth a snare, but who putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. So we gotta put our trust in YAHAWASHI because he's gonna guide our path. Right. Everybody else, the hell with him. But for the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we have time to get this word, because once it's over, it's over. Yep.
Right.
I want to get this real quick. In Wisdom of Solomon 3:1. But the souls of the righteous are in the hand of the Most High, and there shall no torment touch them. In the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and the departure is taken for misery, and they're going from us to be utter destruction. But they are in peace, right? For though they be punished in the sight of men, yet the hope is full of immortality. And having been a little chastised, they shall be greatly rewarded. For the Most High proved them, and have found them worthy for himself. As gold is the furnace, he had tried them, and I received them as a burnt offering. See? So it said the hands of the righteous are, the souls of the righteous are in the hands of the Most High. So you got to understand that in these last days, everything that's going to happen is going to be really dictated by the Lord, man. The Lord does all things evil and he does good. So if he's doing the evil on earth, he's going to be able to protect you from that same evil. You see? So hey, you can't be scared of all these different type of situations. Even if you have to be a martyr. It says that even in the sight of the unwise, they seem to die, and their departure taken for misery. So people All right, on a carnal level, if they put you to death, they're gonna think that you're in hell, man. They're gonna think, oh, this nigga went to hell, man. But really, it says they're going is from us to be utter destruction. They are in peace, so they don't really know that. First and foremost, there is no like hell place where you fight, where you burn. And secondly, you're gonna be in the spirit realm and you're gonna be chilling, man. You know, as it says in the book of Revelation, chapter 6, when it says that souls of the righteous who were beheaded for the name of the Lord, they actually went up to the spirit. They was like crying to the Father, you know, trying to say vengeance, you know. So you'll be able to go up to the Most High in the spirit and really, you know, kind of just complain, you know, in a righteous way, you know.
You Israelite.
Right.
That's right, man. Come on, y'all keep pushing me.
So this is we go to Revelations 20 and 4. It says, "And I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of YAHAWASHI." So again, man, there's going to be righteous men and women who are actually beheaded for the witness of YAHAWASHI, you know.
Yep.
It's gonna be they're gonna be beheaded ultimately, you know, because they was the ones. That's true. Anyway, yeah, like I was saying, look, you might be beheaded, you know. We're not gonna tell you that you're not gonna be beheaded, all right? You might be beheaded, you know. Nobody really knows their whole will. You know? So if you're beheaded, you just have to get down with the Most High, man. You have to fear the Most High and not the man, though. You know, because ultimately the Most High put you to the test. You just gotta pass it, you know. That's all.
I got a precept. All
I
right.
got more.
Okay. Go
And
ahead.
all right, and for the word of God, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received his mark upon their forehead or in their right hand, and they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years.
Yep.
You know, so these are the men who didn't receive the mark of the beast. You know, that RFID chip ultimately. All right.
This is Revelations 3:10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them which will dwell upon the earth. So, you know, as the brother brought out, man, he says that, you know, because you kept the word of the Lord's patience, if you was in this truth and you was, you know, doing what the Most High required of you, you know, well, the Lord's going to keep you from the hour of temptation, you know, which is going to come upon all the world, man. Like the brother brought out, you know, when the mark of the beast gets pushed out, the RFID microchip, and they try to make you take that thing, man. You know, it comes to the point to where you can't buy or sell, you can't eat. Well, you're gonna be, you know, on edge, you know. So you're gonna have to really decide whether you're gonna see it through, you know, whether you're gonna take that death or whatever comes your way, man. All right, but at the end of the day, man, hey, YAHAWASHI said if you are keeping His patience and you're doing what you're supposed to do, hey, you're good, you know, and you're gonna be good, because there are gonna be certain men in that day that they're gonna be eating and drinking, right? Hey, get that in Isaiah 65, unless you got a precept.
Yeah, I got a precept to that. It says, verse 16, it causes all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in the right hand and their foreheads. So like the brother was saying, you know, it's gonna be, you know, the elite that bring you out the mark of the beast, which is the RFID microchip.
That's right, man.
So I mean, is it that you repent, get right, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and know who you are? That's your enemy, is Issachar, right?
That's right, man. A lot of our people.
That's your enemy. These people full of wickedness, man, full of whores, man. But at the end of the day, we can only get a remnant. The Lord can only get a remnant.
Hey man, what's going on? Hey yo man.
Hey.
The bomber jacket. The green bomber jacket.
He done.
Yeah. So anyway, man, we ain't gonna get it. Yeah, so men like that gonna be destroyed, you know. So you can't be ignoring the word of the Lord. Alright, you got more on there?
That's it.
Alright. You got anything else?
You bring it up.
I got one.
You got one?
I might got one.
Fuck it.
This is Psalm chapter 23, verse 3. Because we said, I'm gonna start at verse 1, but you know we said about the mark of the beast and the whole beast system.
Yep.
Jacob's trouble. This is Psalms of David. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He make me lie down in green pastures. He lead me beside the still waters. Verse 3. He restores my soul. He lead me in the path of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. My rod, thy staff, they comfort me. What comforts us? The scriptures,
Right.
the laws.
Right.
That's what comforts us.
Right.
Because before time, during the time of old, we had prophets that prophesied a downfall of America, which is prophesied in the book. But I'm gonna get it right now.
Come.
This is Revelations chapter 11, verse 8. Revelation chapter 11, verse 8. And the dead body shall lie in the street, in the great city which spiritually called Sodom in Egypt. Sodom is like you got homosexuality. Egypt is like you got to pay bills and everything. You got, we started slavery during the time of Egypt and Pharaoh, and we had to start slavery when we came on those ships, man.
Come.
And also our Lord was crucified. The Roman Empire all over again.
That's right, man. Exactly.
They start hanging us, lynching us. If we ain't follow Christianity, their evil religion, these evil doctrines that they push out, wickedness, man.
God. Hey, also too, he said where the Lord was crucified, and that's confirming really America, because the Lord wasn't literally crucified here, but his image was crucified, like what the Lord stood for, like who he really was, even his physical appearance. They took YAHAWASHI, who is the so-called black man in scriptures, and then they went up and put up Cesar Borgia, which is a damn homosexual, evil ass homosexual man that was an Edomite, I think he's the son of the second Pope Alexander the Great. But pretty much, man, they crucified the Lord's teachings here, man. Who he came for, what he really came to do, and all that, right? They want to open it up to the whole entire earth, and right, and then just preach God is love. That's not what he is, right? The Lord said, "I come not to bring peace on earth, but I come to bring a sword." The Lord was about division, man. The Lord was like a man who was he was a very austere man, but they put up a very effeminate white boy who is lovey-dovey, So that's what that said, man. That the Lord's name was tarnished, and his image was ultimately crucified here in America, meaning it was put to shame, man. That's this place, America.
Right.
Yep.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 26. Fear them not, therefore there is nothing covered. They shall not be revealed, revealed and hid, they shall not be known. What I tell you in darkness that speaketh ye in light, will ye hear and ear that preach ye upon the housetops.
Come.
And not them that kill the body which he went into. Which he killed the body in soul, but rather fear him which able to destroy the soul and body and hell. So he was talking about Yahweh, which was able to kill body and soul. So we can't be fearing these guillotines or any trials and tribulations that we're going to face.
Yeah, man. So hey, preach that stuff in the housetops. Meaning, hey, come out on the highways and byways and preach this stuff, man, because that's ultimately how people gonna get this word. It's still hearing it, through the Most High's men, as he has always done,
I got one more.
Mm-hmm.
This is Isaiah chapter 33, verse 6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. And the strength of salvation, the fear of the Lord is his treasure. So this word is your treasure. Black Suspense and everything. It's your treasure. We don't have much time left.
God.
That's right, man. Yeah, so
Yep.
Wisdom is this word right here.
Yeah, man. I was going into wisdom. Yeah, so wisdom will be stability of your time, in these end days. So if you don't have wisdom and knowledge, you're gonna be stuck.
that's right.
All right. Anyway, man, with that, gonna end it out. All right, giving all praise to the Most High, Yahawah, Hashem, Yahawashi. Shalom.